Okay, can you see the question?
Yes, sir, I can see the question paper.
Victor Tango, Mike Echo Tango, can you see the question paper?
Yes, sir, I can see the question paper, but your voice is breaking. Read you three. Sir, how do you read?
I hope you can hear.
Yes, sir, I can hear you now. Am I audible?
Yeah, Victor Tango, Mike Echo Tango. How do you read?
Radio 5, sir. How do you read?
Radio 5. Okay. Please, please start transmitting.
Roger. Question 1 Alpha. Mumbai Tower. Air India 129er. On taxiway Delta. Approaching runway direction. Approaching runway 27. Observe strong crosswinds runway 27. Would like to take off via runway 09er. Request taxi to runway 09er. VIP on board. Kindly expedite.
Are you sure you got the right ATC?
Affirm, sir. Mumbai Tower.
Go to next question.
Question 1 Bravo. Pan pan, pan pan, pan pan. Mumbai ground. Air India 129er. On takeoff roll runway 09er. Aborting takeoff due another aircraft crossing runway. Tower not responding. Brakes hot indication. Stopping slowly. Request firefighting services immediately. VVIP on board. Aircraft Airbus 320.
Go to next question.
Question to Alpha. Mumbai Tower, Air India 129er, taxiway Delta, approaching runway 09er, request departure clearance, VVIP on board.
Air India 129er, Mumbai Tower. After departure, climb to 3,500 feet, runway heading runway 27. Thereafter, turn right for radial 300, DME 30 or more, climb to flight level 70, report reaching.
After departure, will climb to 3,500 feet, runway heading runway 27. Thereafter, will turn right for radial 300, DME 30 or more, will climb to flight level 70, Wilco Air India 129er.
Roger, Mumbai Tower. Go to next question.
Question number 2, Bravo. Mumbai Tower, Air India 129er, passing 3,500 feet for flight level 70, runway heading 27,
What are
turning
you
right.
doing? Please be careful. Comply as per the above given clearance.
Roger. I say again, question number 2, Bravo. Mumbai Tower, Air India 129er, departed Mumbai at 1635, 3500 feet, turning right for radial 300.
Air India 129er, Mumbai Tower, Roger.
Mumbai Tower, Air India 129er, 30 DME, outbound Mumbai, climbing to flight level 70.
It's mandatory to mention radials, DMEs, VORs wherever possible. Keep in mind. Roger, Mumbai Tower.
Mumbai Tower, Air India 129er, 40 DME, outbound Mumbai, radial 300, flight level 70, request further climb.
Go to next question.
Question number 3. Pan, 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 pan. All stations, all stations. Air India 129er, 10 nautical miles inbound, Cochin, flight level 330, radial 340, inbound Cochin, losing engine power, unable to maintain flight level 330, will descend to flight level 220 over Cochin will call again over Cochin.
Are you sure this is the right way to take this call?
Um, yes, sir. I'm not very sure, but this is what I could think of.
And you think you've all given all required information? There's nothing more you can add? The reason why you're saying
Uh,
it's pan pan.
yes, sir. Can I say the call again?
You can try.
Roger. I say again. Question number 3. Pan pan, pan pan, pan pan. All stations, all stations. Air India 129er, 10 nautical miles inbound Cochin, flight level 330, radial 340, losing engine power, unable to maintain flight level 330, will descend to flight level 220 over Cochin, VVIP on board, will transmit again over Cochin.
Please go to next question. There's nothing different you have done in this call. What's the point of getting a chance to give the call again?
Question number 4. Trivandrum approach, Air India 129er, transmitting blind, flight level 70, 50 nautical miles inbound Trivandrum, Whiskey 15, radial 345, will maintain flight level 70 until overhead Trivandrum. Thereafter, will descend to circuit altitude and join left hand downwind, will call again overhead Trivandrum, ETA Trivandrum 1747. I say again, transmitting blind, flight level 7050 nautical miles inbound, Trivandrum, Whiskey 15, radial
You're too
345,
fast, and you have not used W1, W2 after saying I say again. What's the point? You have to write it.
Roger, I say again, Trivandrum approach, Air India 129er, transmitting blind, flight level 7050 nautical miles inbound, Trivandrum, Whiskey 15, radial 345.
Okay, go to next question.
Question number 5, Trivandrum Tower, Air India 129er, on finals, runway 26, unable to see 3 greens, request ILS approach, VVIP on board.
Three greens is not related to your visual approach indicator. It is related to your landing gear.
Roger, I'll say the call again, sir.
The time is running out. You can try.
Roger. Trivandrum Tower, Air India 129er, on finals, runway 26, initiating missed approach and go around procedures.
Okay. Time's up. Please submit your answer sheet and wait in the exam hall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've submitted it on WhatsApp.
Okay. Just wait in the waiting room.
Roger.
Okay. Victor Tango, Mike Echo Tango, please come to the. Please wait. Rest others can go. Okay, Victor Tango, Mike Echo Tango, please
Yes.
go.
Yes, sir. May I come in?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. May I please have a seat?
Sure. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, sir. So my name is Meet Kapoor. I'm from Bangalore. I'm 18 years old. I have
Okay,
recently finished my
it's
class.
it's fine. Do you know the full form for RTRA?
Yes, sir. It stands for Radio Telephony Restricted Aeronautical.
What is the importance of RT?
So the importance of RT is that the RTR license allows us to operate the radio equipment on board an aircraft. Also, it is important to learn RT to be able to um, communicate in the RT um, phraseology fluently.
Okay, what do you understand by RTRA? What is the license all about?
So the license RTRA is all about um, the radio equipment which is present on board the aircraft. It is also known as the Certificate of Proficiency, COP. And yes, sir.
What do you mean by ICAO?
So ICAO stands for International Civil Aviation Organization. It is a United Nations specialized organization that deals with the regulations related to civil aviation all around the world. They have issued many standards and recommended practices which are of importance to civil aviation, as well as the ICAO annexures and docs.
Mhm. What annexes of ICAO are important for pilots?
So the most of the annexures which are important for pilots are Annexure 1, which is personal licensing, and Annexure 10, which is aeronautical telecommunications. Annexure 10 has 5 volumes, and then there's Aeronautical Information Services, which is Annexure 15. That is of importance of pilots.
What did you say about NX10? Say again.
So Annexure 10 talks about aeronautical telecommunications. It has 5 volumes. So volume 1 talks about um, radio navigation aids. Volume 2 talks about communication procedures. Volume 3 talks about communication systems. Volume 3 further has 2 parts, which is for digital data communication systems and voice communication systems, part 1 and part 2. Then Annexure 10, Volume 4 um, talks about um, it talks about sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall Volume 4 and Volume 5.
Uh-huh. Okay. What do you understand by modulation?
So, modulation is the process by which we superimpose an audio frequency or an audio signal over a high frequency carrier wave. So, there are 3 main types of modulations. One is keyed modulation, one is amplitude modulation, and one is frequency modulation. So, keyed modulation is when
Okay,
we
okay. Fine. You can go to the next table, please. Thank you.
thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so Victor Tango, Mike Echo Tango. What modulation do we use in VHF communication?
So in VHF communication, we use.
According to Wikipedia,
Sorry,
unlike
sir.
radio transmission.
That was really
Yeah,
sorry.
we don't need assistance. We cannot cheat.
No, I wasn't cheating, so it just turned on.
I know it's a joke.
I was saying, yeah, for VHF communication, we use amplitude modulation.
How do you
Uh,
know that?
it is because of the emission code for VHF,
What do you
which
know about emission codes?
so emission codes are alphanumeric codes which define the characteristics of a wave.
So what's the code for VHF comms?
So the emission code for VHF comms is alpha 3 echo A3E.
Can you decode?
Yes, sir. So A3E, in which alpha stands for amplitude modulation, double sideband. Yeah, double sideband.
What
Then
letter or what number stands for what information?
okay, so the first letter stands for the message type. Second letter stands for
So what is
mm,
the message type for A?
uh, the message type for A is amplitude modulation double sideband.
Okay.
Then the second letter talks about nature of the message. No, sorry. So I like to say again. The first letter stands for nature of the message, which is amplitude modulation double sideband in case of VHF. The second letter talks about message type, which is 3 in case of VHF. So 3 is basically
It's okay. What is the emission code for a VOR?
for VOR. Um, the emission code is gonna be mm, not very sure about that, sir.
What modulation is used in HF communication?
In HF communication also we use amplitude modulation, but we use a single sideband. And
What
the
is the meaning of single sideband?
um, single sideband basically it is when we use a carrier wave, um, which has one band. So it basically uses high power, and it provides a greater range as compared to double sideband.
No. What is single sideband? So if you are
Um,
talking about single sideband, you have to talk about amplitude modulation and explain that you get an upper sideband and lower sideband along with the carrier frequency. So you have to define amplitude modulation. Then you have to talk about upper sideband and lower sideband. And then you have to talk about the advantages of just using and why using one of the sidebands. That's how SSB is explained. What are you saying?
um, all right, so I'll try to reframe my answer.
How
Single
many
sideband.
radio navigation systems do we use? What are the
Uh,
different types of radio navigation systems?
Sir, radio navigation systems, we use VOR. It stands for VHF omnidirectional range. Then we use DMEs, ADF.
Can you explain the purpose of each also?
Yes, sir. So VOR basically works on the principle of phase comparison. It provides us the
Purpose, not principle. Purpose.
okay. So VOR is basically used for to find the relative bearing towards a ground station.
VOR. Then what is the job of ADF? What's wrong? Are you confused? Have you not
Uh,
studied?
Sir, I would like to give the answer once again.
What if you don't get chances? What do you mean by enable RVSM?
Sir, we say the phrase enable RVSM when our aircraft is not able to maintain reduced vertical separation minimum in
So
the
in your part one, question number 3, it
um,
was mentioned you are unable flight level 330 because of low power. Why did you not say enable RVSM?
yeah, sir. I accidentally mentioned unable to maintain flight level 330 instead
But
of
did it
unable.
not click? It could be RVSM. Wasn't, why did you make a pan call there?
It actually clicked me after I finished
But
the
you were
question.
given a chance.
Yes, sir.
Then still you gave the same call. And when you're making call to all stations from which area? You're called red like pan, all stations, Air India 123, all stations of where? Which
Okay.
frequency are you
Yes.
transmitting this call and why is it a pan? Lost engine power, is it urgency or is it distress?
If it's a single engine, then I think it's
So it is
pan.
not clear, your communication is not clear. The purpose of RT is to prevent miscommunication, to prevent wrong information exchange, to avoid incidents. And the purpose, the what is RT? RT is a license to operate and a certificate of proficiency. You don't know it's a license to operate? You have to keep these things in mind. NX10, how difficult is it to remember the volumes? Modulation is not just three types. There are more ways of modulation. Cannot just say three types. Or VOR ADF, you're not sure what is their purpose. Single sideband, you know emission code, but you're not able to describe how you get single sideband. So what's wrong? Can you correct your answers to these questions? Last chance.
Yes, sir. I can try correcting my
Quick,
answers.
quick, fast in one go.
Okay, sir. So VOR uh, provides us the position of the aircraft with respect to the ground stations. It gives us the radials, and It is co-located with the DME, which is a distance measuring equipment, which gives us the range.
And what is
Uh,
radial?
so radial is given by ADF. So it is no, sorry,
Radial.
sorry, sorry.
What is radial?
So radial is the magnetic bearing towards the station,
To or from?
um, from the station.
So if you know, why you're not able to say? You have to use all this in your chance to give the right answer. Quickly explain amplitude modulation and SSB.
Okay, so amplitude modulation is when the frequency of an audio signal um, um, yeah, frequency of an audio signal is modified over the amplitude of the modulating signal. So it is mm, so
How do you
am
find range for VHF transmission?
so the range for VHF transmission is given by the formula 1.23 into square root of transmitter height in feet plus receiver height in feet.
And what about HF communications?
For HF communications, we have two formulas. One is for the range over the sea, and one is for the range over land. So for over the sea, we use the formula which is 3 into square root of power in watts. And for range over the land, we use the formula 2 into square root of power in watts.
Why different formulas for water and sea?
So the formulas are different for water and sea because uh, the range over sea is greater due to the electrical conductivity which is produced because of water.
Okay, how do VHF and HF propagate?
Uh, HF propagates via two modes. One is skywave propagation and one is surface wave
What do
propagation.
we use in
But
aviation?
in aviation, we use skywave propagation.
What about VHF? Mode of propagation?
VHF propagates via line of sight, so it propagates directly from transmitter to
What is
receiver.
other name of line of sight?
Space wave propagation.
Or
Um,
direct wave?
Direct wave. Yes, sir.
Okay, you can go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.